Good morning, Bates. It is Wednesday. I'm here with Mr. Fonseca. How you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic, Mr. Saftik. How about yourself?
Pretty good, pretty good. Um, is the weather gonna get warmer?
I sure hope so. It's still feeling pretty chilly for my taste, but I think that as we get closer and closer to the end of March, the weather is generally going to get warmer, except for some days which will be unexpectedly cold.
Yep. All right. So today's March 17th. That is St. Patrick's Day.
Yes.
Right. So that is an Irish holiday. Some celebrate. If you don't, you don't. But that's why some people, you see some people wearing green today. I'm wearing green, representing Isabindi, of course. But so it's just something that some people will look at. So if you want to research that on your own later, or if you're doing it in class, maybe you'll learn a little bit about St. Patrick's Day today.
That's very happy St. Patrick's Day.
You know who really loves St. Patrick's Day?
Kat William as our behavior specialist. I know she does.
She is a diehard St. Patty's Day. So hopefully we see her today. Um,
That's right. If you
and
want to learn more about St. Patrick's Day, you can always
that's
ask
right.
Miss Kat all about it.
Hmm. All right.
So
Oh, it
we
is Women's History Month, right?
It
We're
is
still
Women's History
celebrating.
Month. So we are actually going to share about another famous woman in history. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Oh, if you just allow me to do that, Mr. Saftik.
Oh, of course.
Okay, and here we go. Perfect. So the famous woman in history that we want to recognize today is Malala Yousafzai. For some of you might have heard about Malala in your classes. What is so amazing about Malala Yousafzai is that she is a woman from Pakistan who is 100% committed to making sure that every girl in the world gets a chance to get an education. Some of you may not have known this, but there are many places in the world where girls aren't allowed to go to school and they aren't allowed to get an education. And that has so many effects on their opportunities for things that they can do in their lives. And so Malala was an activist. An activist is someone who speaks up and takes action to change something. She said it's not fair and it's not right that these girls in my country of Pakistan are not getting a chance to be able to go to school, or not getting a chance to be able to have an education. And she said, because this isn't right, I'm going to speak up about it and make sure that we prioritize finding ways to put our young girls in school. And so she created the Malala Fund, this organization that works to get girls that are not being able to go to school around the world an opportunity to actually go to school, which will change the trajectory of their life. They'll be able to graduate from school and be able to get work that is work that they studied for. And so, thanks to the efforts of Malala, many young girls who never had an opportunity to go to school before are getting that opportunity today.
Malala was the 2014 Nobel Peace Prize award winner for outstanding contributions to peace. So not just in Pakistan, but I think her contributions has kind of moved throughout the whole world, right? And her impact is so large on a large scale.
That's right. We can all learn from Malala because Malala teaches us to think about others. Malala was able to get an education herself, but she said, it's not enough that I was able to get an education. I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to as well. So making sure we're always thinking about others as well.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Fonseca. And then moving out, so talking about our more about culture and climate in our house system, we're going to start our trait train today.
That's
So
right.
in the main office, teachers will pick these items up, but I'm going to let Mr. Fonseca discuss it a little bit more.
Absolutely. So teachers, when they come in the morning, they're going to be picking up these strips of paper. There's plenty that we cut out and put in the main office next to the copier. And these strips of paper are special because these strips of paper recognize the different traits that we're noticing in our students. We're noticing students that are showing empathy, perseverance, honesty, compassion, responsibility, and integrity. Now, like we said in the last morning announcements, some of these words might be new to you, and that's okay. We're going to be taking some time during future morning announcements to explain what each of these words mean. But these are different traits like responsibility, which everyone should know, which is where you take care of what you need to do and you help make things that are your job, you help those things get done. So these are traits that we want all of our students to show. So when teachers see students showing that trait, they're going to give them a strip of paper that matches their house. So this one is blue. So everyone knows blue is which house?
Revere.
Revere, exactly. So if they notice a student that is in Revere show one of these traits, they're going to take this blue strip of paper and give it to that student, and they're going to check off whether that student was showing responsibility or integrity or compassion, whatever trait it was, and they're going to give to that student to fill out and put their name on. And the really great thing that'll happen is as students start earning more and more of these, they're going to start going up on our walls here at Bates. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to collect as many as we can so we can have a chain of these stretching out from one point of the Bates building all the way to the other point of the Bates building. So that is what we are challenging our students to do this week. Show all of these traits and get as many of these filled out as we can so we can show everyone that comes to Bates what amazing traits our students here at Bates have and how we show these every single day.
Right. And so if you are a remote student, you'll still have the same opportunity. If you earn something, one of these traits, and you're displaying it, within your remote classroom, your teacher will email Mr. Fonseca or myself, and we'll fill out a trait chain for you, and we'll make sure it gets posted. So everyone will be included in this process, and we're going to do it for a full month. And we're going to see where we're at the end of the month and see how, our hall's cluttered with chains. It should be great.
All right. We have another really important announcement that's connected to these traits, like in its responsibility. We have to be responsible for something really special and important that's happening today and is going to continue happening for a few weeks here at Bates, and that's the access testing. There are students here at Bates that are taking a test called the access test. And it's a test that they're going to be taking at different points of the day in different rooms of the school building. So we have to make sure to be as respectful as we can and always go down the hall silently, knowing that students are testing. We're going to be going down the hall silently so we don't disturb any students that are in the middle of a test. And in general, everywhere we go in the building, we want to keep in mind what students might be working or what students might be doing a test. And we're going to make sure that we don't do anything that could disrupt the testing or the other classes that are going on. And this is important not only for access, which is happening in starting today and in the next couple of weeks, but also later on, any other tests that we do, such as MCAS, we're going to have the same expectations where everyone's going to be really aware that there's testing going on. We're going to make sure not to distract or bother anyone that could be taking a test in any of the rooms in our school building.
Thank you. So, if you do get warned because you are a little loud, that's okay. We all make mistakes. Just make sure you don't continue to do that and be respectful to those who do approach you. All right. I want to make sure everyone has a safe learning environment to learn or test or assess. All right. So, let's get on to the day, right? It's Wednesday. We're halfway through the week. So that's going to wrap up our announcements for today. And as always, it's a great day to be great.